Okay, well, this is, I don't know, new idea. Oh, come. Well, this is just something I kind of had the fun idea to start. I don't know if it'll end up being a podcast, just recording saved for myself, or just really nothing at all, but I thought it'd be interesting to just have some record of just saying some ideas on drive to and from work. Now I'm actually recording it. It just kind of sounds weird, but I guess it always feels a little weird when you're recording yourself. I hope it ain't that weird to listen back to. Yeah, it's always interesting. Just trying to figure out new things to do, hobbies, or maybe something to make onto content for the internet in some way. But it's weird because I never really thought much about it until recently, and I just thought it might be interesting, and maybe as a hobby, maybe make a little bit of cash or something on the side. I don't know. Oh. But it just seemed like a waste of time to not do anything on drive. It's 15 minutes each way, 4 times a day, so an hour total. It's a pretty good amount of time to just be spending on your own thoughts. You can always put in music or podcasts or something else to do, but sometimes it's good just to talk and have some ideas, get some thoughts out. Even though it doesn't necessarily feel like I know what to say all the time, but it's always kind of interesting. Oh, might just be one of those things, getting older. You find yourself talking to yourself, or just wanting to get your ideas out there, just thinking more. When I was younger, I didn't just think as much. I always wanted to just be doing something, be busy. But I'm getting older. I'm not even that much older, not even 30 yet, but more mature, I guess. Just starting to realize that it's nice to just let yourself be still and think every once in a while. It's good to not always be so busy all the time. It feels like you rarely get the opportunity to do that. It's so easy to just stop what you're doing and watch a video or listen to music, listen to a podcast, watch a movie. Everything's on streaming now, and it's right there at your fingertips. So it's good to just sit back and let it happen. Last night I thought about that. It was storming, and my wife and I were getting groceries, and my daughter, and had to get some gas before we left the store. And I stepped out of the car for a minute to fill her up, and there was just clouds to the north, south, and to the west. All 3 of them, I could see them in the distance. And above us, it was pretty clear. It's a little bit of clouds here and there, but it was all dark already. It was past 9. We got out real late for that. And so I was just sitting there. I got the gas pumping and just stood back and relaxed for a second. It was just quiet, and there were cars going by. Like, I don't know if you heard that one or not, if it picked up on the audio, but that was a loud truck. It's annoying. But last night. There weren't too many loud cars. There were a few driving by, but it was mostly quiet. Just looked up and could hear the low rumble of the thunder in the distance. Just see the lightning flashing, lighting up the clouds. See the curves in the clouds, the big storm anvil heads rising up. But you just saw it in flashes here and there every couple seconds. I just thought, that's so peaceful. Sitting there, not focused on anything, not busy with anything. Just having a chance to sit back and relax. Relax my mind more than my body. Working an office job, it's too much relaxing on the body. You feel a little tense, but at the same time, you don't get up, you don't stand up. Hopefully I'll be getting a standing desk soon so I can fix a little bit of that and feel a little healthier, but still just having not much to do, just in front of a computer all day. Your body gets restless, but your mind gets tired. It just doesn't quite feel like it's natural all the way, but it's what you gotta do to make a living these days. And as nice as it would be to just make a living doing whatever you want, it's not something you can do, or else everyone will just be at home with their kids all day, if they're anything like me at least. Just have one right now, but my daughter, she's not quite two, but she's just so wonderful, and I'd love to just stay home and be a dad all day. If I could get paid for that, that'd be the dream. Everyone always kind of talks about what they would do if they got $1 million or won the lottery. I don't think I'd just stay home all the time. I feel like I'd get bored, but I'd want to just pursue my passions, have a chance to do something just what I want to do. I don't know. I've always thought maybe I'd start a business doing something, but I don't know. It feels like you just get too caught up in the business. Being an accountant, I kind of feel like I really focus on the business side of things too much sometimes and forget to just enjoy the doing things for what they are. Don't have much of a passion project. I just think, oh, I need to do this to relax, or I need to do this for work, or I need to do this to clean the house, keep the yard tidy. It doesn't feel as much like I have things I just do for myself, not just to relax, but to just have. Because I enjoy video games, for example, but that feels like something I do just to sit back, relax, and entertain myself for a little bit. Sometimes I don't feel like I want to be entertained. I just want to be able to do something. Something physical feels better. I made my wife an easel for our anniversary this past month, and it felt good. It was real simple easel, like nothing complicated at all. Like 3 boards, well, not boards, pieces of wood about 1 inch square. They were 8 feet long. I trimmed them down to 6 foot or so, and then put a board across the front 2 with the back one supporting, and then had another shorter bar in the middle from the cross beam going up to the middle where they met, and then put a single hinge on the top there and use that. I need to still tie or nail or screw in a piece of rope to keep it from to keep the back leg from flying out, sliding down and hitting the ground. But it felt real good just to get out there in the garage and put something together that I had to show. And I guess That's kind of what I'm wanting to do with these recordings. Whether I turn them into a podcast, put them out publicly available, just to see if anybody's interested, or if I just keep them for myself. I just want something there. I want to have done something with my time, not just spent it occupying my mind. I want to have the opportunity to actually look back and see that I have something to show for all of my troubles. And I don't know, it's fun doing things that occupy your time just for entertainment, and you get some good jokes out of funny videos on YouTube. You enjoy a movie, but really afterward, a lot of times I end up just feeling like I didn't do anything for hours and the time's just gone. It's not spent, it just is as if it never happened, and it's like I'm pressing fast forward and skipping on to whatever's next in my life, whether it's going to bed or waking up, going to work. It doesn't feel like I'm really doing much of anything. And I want to feel more like I'm doing something with my life, I guess. It's not as empty and just lonely that way. It's hard to find community these days. This isn't really looking for that, but it's a good way of just finding a creative outlet, as it were. And that just kind of brings me around to probably the root of why I feel this way so much, is just the world these days is becoming so digital, and everything's going online and becoming super filtered, and not in a way where it's like filtering out the negative or the bad stuff or just trash. It's filtered in that everything's so tailored to you and trying to grab your attention as much as possible. It needs some more, not trash, but just middle of the road stuff. When I used to read books more often a few years ago, the books weren't 100% good. There were certain pages that I could read over and over. I love Zane Grey. He has some great westerns, and I really like seeing the descriptions of landscapes. I could just read those pages over and over, because it's hard for me to imagine a scene like that. I can't really picture things in my brain, so I can kind of remember what it's like, but I don't see it vividly. But reading the words on the page and the descriptions of the sunset on the plains, the mountains, the distance of the rolling foothills, I just felt like I was there. But then there were pages where it just didn't feel like anything. It was just filler, and those pages were good too, and they were needed, because it's not just one thing, life. It's more than just constantly getting a high from the perfect mix of things. Food doesn't need to just be sugar and salt. You need a mix, and you need some things that are a little bland every now and then to kind of fill you up and keep you interested, and not just overwhelm you, give you diabetes and heart problems. But when you just take a break and slow down, it helps you to appreciate life a little more and feel a little more fulfilled in it. Fill out the edges, not just give you what you want, or not what you want, but what your brain thinks it wants. Because we're always fed these perfect things, and that's why I think like TikTok is getting so popular, because it's just constantly feeding you exactly what your brain and eyes want. They can tell what you want to watch, just how long you linger on things, and then it just keeps feeding you more and more to keep you hooked on it. And next thing you know, you're 2 hours in and you feel like you've wasted all your time, but to them that's perfect because it keeps you on their platform and giving them money. So really it's just, I'm tired of being entertained. I want to be bored. I want to experience more to life. Oh, some kids running in the road. But I guess that's what this is just a call to be bored. Think for a minute. But I don't know whether that'll be something that lasts or if this is the only one I'll ever do, but I guess I'll figure that out. That's all for now.